It's back to what we were discussing earlier. It's got to cover kind of all the money. And I think you're looking at a range that XRP would settle on agreement. So this would happen instantaneously, somewhere between $10,000 and $35,000 a coin.
This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill. The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
What's up, XRP fam? What's up, Crypto Ghost? It's the Bagman, the Moon Commander, back on the spaceship, chilling on planet XRP. How's everyone doing out there? Hope y'all are doing well, holding strong, stuffing those bags, and continuing to stay extra bullish out there. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in, smashing the likes for some more Moon O'Clock news. Go ahead and throw on them shades, buckle up so we can load up on these big bags. Let's go ahead, full speed, full throttle into the crypto space. XRP Crypto, Wolf XRP, and these other assets are the only ones green listed for exchanges to list for exchange or custody in New York. XRP is approved, ready to go. Australia's crypto reported credited Ripple with 3 principles for developing Australia's regulatory framework on cryptocurrencies. Warren Buffett massive backing into Ripplenet Bank. Warren Buffett's entire argument is in favor of Bitcoin. Brazilian digital bank gets $500 million investment from Buffett Investment Fund. Avalanche of institutions to descend on crypto market over the next 12 to 18 months. Skybridge Capital CEO. Welcome to the mass adoption of cryptocurrency. Free Humanity 9/11. After the collapse of the Fed, you'll see a new body surface that will be in charge of a digital currency, whatever it may be. And eventually you'll see this digital currency probably being used all over the world, even as a reserve currency.
Let's move on to your presentation at this conference that you'll be making later in the day. The theme is the demise of the Federal Reserve. Right. Pretty strong words. What do you mean by that?
It is. It's something that the media hasn't caught on to yet, but it is the chain reaction of what is going on right now will lead to this. And basically I'll be talking about how, the debt that the government is taking on, coupled with the Federal Reserve's balance sheet that keeps ballooning, coupled with interest rates that they just want to keep lower, will eventually create a situation, a collapse in the system, where you will no longer see the Fed in its current form. It'll be kind of abolished, if you will. And that's going to happen strictly because the people will demand it. And they're going to go over it. It relates to cryptocurrency because eventually you're going to see a switch over to this kind of blockchain, crypto, digital currencies that will eventually be the future.
Okay, so you've outlined your thesis. Walk us through the mechanics of how this abolishment, this transition will happen, and what new form the Federal Reserve can take.
Yeah, so the chain of events started actually in 1977 with the dual mandate. So as soon as the Fed got put in the position of having to monitor unemployment plus inflation, that was the beginning of the end for the Federal Reserve. The reason it was is because basically if you want to keep unemployment low at all times, which is what the Fed wants to do, you have to constantly stimulate the economy, right? By printing money and keeping interest rates low. Well, you can't be the parent that spoils the child and then also be the one that's hard-nosed and says, well, we're going to raise interest rates because inflation's getting out of control. You can't do that. And that was the beginning of the chain reaction that I'll talk about in the presentation. After the collapse, you'll see a new body come up that'll be in charge of the digital currency, whatever it may be. And eventually, you'll see this digital currency probably being used all over the world, even as the reserve currency.
Crypto Eddie Huckleberry how-to video. They are a decentralized exchange and a new OneChain_org partner. Stake and earn with your XRP. We're lucky to have these DeFi tools to build wealth. Huckleberry, you can still use your XRP to earn over 600% APR on Huckleberry. Start by bringing your XRP to Moonriver NW using OneChain.org, then add XRP/FINN liquidity. Doing so also makes you eligible for our upcoming 200,000 FINN airdrop. So about $600,000 worth of airdrops. Huckleberry DEX. Ripple partner Neom, Singaporean payment unicorn. Neom launches crypto as a service platform. Neon says its new service will target banks, businesses, and neo-financial institutions. Ripple XRP. James Rule says Boom, new Neon API-based crypto as a service platform, is the first to allow financial institutions to integrate to popular crypto capabilities into their financial applications, including the ability to buy, sell, and hold the most popular digital assets. Bank XRP and Neom's use of Ripple.
My name is Prajit Danu. I'm co-founder, CEO of the company I set up back in 2014 with a clear vision of trying to build a global payment infrastructure which connects banks, financial institutions. If you look at our customer base, we actually cover a wider base than majority of the payment service providers. So about 60% of our business is financial institutions. So financial institutions includes banks, payment processors, other payment services providers, money services business, etc. Then the 40% of our businesses also includes people like such as marketplaces, travel tech companies, hotel booking sites, etc. So the key aspect what we try to solve for them is two aspects of payments, is how to send money fast as possible and at the lowest possible cost. Fast forward 2019, we are now accessible in about 35 countries. We send payments to about 55 countries. I think Ripplenet actually really helps us globalize much faster. I think a great example is one of the customers which we've got, say BTEC for example. BTEC is a customer in Brazil who uses us to process payments into quite a few markets across the globe. We would have never met BTEC if it was not for Ripplenet, right? Because we were actually solving a problem, but we did not have a sales force in Latin America acquiring clients for us. So that was actually done by Ripplenet. So I think what Ripplenet really helps us do is go to markets which we are not present, help us really articulate a solution, etc., much better than what we could do. So I think Ripplenet is a very strong partnership where we are seeing scaling happening much faster on Ripplenet than actually acquiring customers directly. If you're a bank and if your son calls you up at midnight, say Singapore time, and says that, hey, I'm in trouble and I need some money immediately, the only way for you is to go and send cash today, right? So that means you need to go out of your house, go and find a cash location, give cash, call your son, give him a number, he goes to a cash out location, takes the number and gets the cash out. But if you need it immediately through a bank, it's not possible. So what we've been working with banks to make this payment system real time. So for example, if your kid calls you up and says that, hey, I need money immediately, you just go onto your mobile app, 3 clicks, send, and within few minutes, the money is already in his bank account. And that
While the maxis and the fudsters continue to sleep on XRP, the 1% in the know are adding to that generational wealth bag. Stefan Huber says, I have another one for you. Vitalik Buterin takes the XRP ledger as a good example of a correctly generalized protocol that makes forks unnecessary due to its structure and flexibility. He calls it one of those decentralized protocols that will have a place in the modern economy. Digital asset investor, this should give people nightmares.
Well, I think what's under consideration is a proposal that Senator Wyden and the Senate Finance Committee have been looking at that would impose a tax on unrealized capital gains on liquid assets held by extremely wealthy individuals, billionaires. I wouldn't call that a wealth tax, but it would help get at capital gains, which are an extraordinarily large part of the incomes of the wealthiest individuals. And right now, escape taxation until they're realized, and often they're unrealized, and at death benefit from so-called step-up of basis. So it's not a wealth tax, but a tax on unrealized capital gains of exceptionally wealthy individuals.
Jimmy Valley says exactly right. The buyback would only be good for the U.S. government.
Where do you feel that XRP, just based on your honest opinion, is going to hit, say, a month after regulation?
So we believe that the last domino to fall on regulation right now is the SEC lawsuit, and that could be resolved in a variety of ways, but it could also be resolved in regulation coming in over the top. We know it's imminent, though, right? So when I say imminent, I would be surprised if a quarter from now we're really still embroiled in the SEC lawsuit, because I think the state of affairs throughout the world is such that we're going to need a solution like an XRP for liquidity purposes sooner rather than later. So the question is then, okay, we've magically resolved it. Where does the price go? It's easy to project that it's a double-digit number. So, I think it immediately shoots up to a $10, potentially $20. The wild card to me is that there is actually a deal to be done among the central banks and governments to basically have XRP work as the world's bridge currency, a neutral asset that could be traded between the central banks to move a specific type of fiat to another type of fiat. If that's what occurs, it's back to what we were discussing earlier. It's got to cover kind of all the money. And I think you're looking at a range that XRP would settle on agreement. So this would happen instantaneously, somewhere between $10,000 and $35,000 a coin. And our lives will be, maybe the same, maybe different. I don't know. Probably a little different.
Once they give you 10,000 worthless dollars for one XRP, inflation would be so high they would switch to a new dollar, a CBDC, and the fake money they gave you would be worth zero. Mr. Valley, please explain the congratulations to everyone tweet and why this would be a win for everyone. I believe you, but if you could provide a hypothetical situation, that would be of great help. Okay, Mr. West, I don't know if you're aware, but I once proposed a hypothetical that major government/central banks would come to an agreement on their use of CBDCs and XRP as a neutral, interoperable bridge asset between them.
And I think you're looking at a range that XRP would settle on agreement. So this would happen instantaneously, somewhere between $10,000 and $35,000 a coin.
That hypothetical has become fact.
See, Jimmy was on the show back in February and he made a crazy prediction about a deal in XRP going to something like $10,000 to $35,000 a coin. And, it's been one of the most watched videos in XRP in Twitter history. So what's the price and the proposed terms to the Fed?
Okay, well, I'll say it's in that range.
What? Okay. Come on, man. You got to tell me. Come on.
You got to appreciate that we're in a process here. And, we hope this leads to the negotiation of the largest Emanate deal in the history of the world. So we can't really expect our potential counterparty to engage with us if we're just blasting the proposed terms all over Twitter, right?
Right.
Bags packed, locked and loaded. A picture is worth 1,000 words. No bank can do this in a year. Songbird price appreciation. Songbird on the rise, and watch out for the XFI snapshot November 5th. JC Collins, the Flare Networks and Songbird Network ecosystem are going to be huge passive income generators along with Delegate and Flare. Songbird, you can participate in Flare Finance DeFi products with XFI, DFlare to earn SFIN and YFIN. I'm getting all these assets because I held XRP. Grateful. Crypto Bull says XRP always pump last and always pumps the hardest. Don't get left behind when that rocket takes flight. And Crypto Maniac 101 says you've seen it here first. XRP, watch out for those new all-time highs. Load up while you still can, while the opportunity is still at hand. I am the XRP Bagman, the Moon Commander, currently up here on the mothership, stuffing some bags and loading up on the greatest opportunity of multiple lifetimes. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in, smashing the likes for some more Moon O'Clock news. Hope to catch you all up here for the Moon Party. Continue to stay extra bullish out there. Continue holding those good vibes, and remember to sell the FUD, buy up those bags, and don't forget to spread that liquid love. Peace out, Crypto Ghost family.
Maxi and C, it cannot scale. Moon fam dancing, that rocket got stealth. Shitcoin, put it on the shelf. We headed towards the wealth. BTC, Maxi, Patsy, Moon fam clapping, they could not tell. Sheep trying to sell when it didn't turn out well. Blink of an eye, red candle, it all fell. Bitcoin was a demo, you ain't get the memo.